Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing my nails again. In last video you saw that I did these really cute purple Hello Kitty nails, but today I'm going to be doing some summer nails on my right hand. And I already did some of my prep. I already pushed back my cuticles and now I'm just filing, and I file around the cuticle. And it's basically the same prep that I did as last video. I do the same prep every time. And later on in the video I will talk about the design that I'll be doing, but to sum it up, it's going to be some really cute summer nails. And a challenge that I had to face throughout this video was that I was using my left hand instead of my right, and my right hand is my dominant hand. So I kind of had some trouble, and I really thought that this was not going to turn out how I wanted it to. But in the end, it really paid off, and I'm really happy with the result. After the base coat is on, then I start putting my gel tips on. And the tips that I use in this video and in the last video are square tips. I don't know, I've just been really in love with square tips recently. I used to use coffin a lot, but now it kind of looks like that I use square a lot more. So once the nail tips are all on, that is when I start to file like I did in last video. And I cannot stress enough how filing is very, very important, because gel will not adhere to anything that is a smooth surface. So that's also a part of why you're supposed to etch in the back of your nail tips when you're putting them on, because gel will not adhere very well to a smooth surface. So it's better to have a rough surface when you're doing things like gel, so it sticks and lasts longer. Also, when you're putting gel polish on, it's basically the same with that, which is why I like to use a base coat for when I'm doing like on top of my natural nails and on top of the extensions as well. I have found out that if you're going to be doing like an ombre effect like I am going to be doing, it is very, very important to use stuff like base coats and sand and stuff like that, because if not, then it won't blend very well. And I think that's because of the base coat on top. Having that gel adhere to its own gel is very important, and that's why it's really recommended to use a base coat. I recommend it, and I also recommend doing a ton of sanding to get like the shape that you want, and also to get rid of any uncured gel that might be on like the surface of your nails or like around your cuticle area from when you used your lamp, like if it didn't cure all the way or something like that. Now that all the tips are all on, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you guys to the colors that I'm going to be using. So I am going to be using this nude color again. It's the same one that I used in my last video for my purple Hello Kitty nails, but I'm also using a bunch of these other colors for the ombre. So I chose 5 colors for my 5 different fingers, and every single finger is going to have a different color blended into the nude area. And today I'm also going to be showing you guys how to get that ombre effect without using any sponges or anything like that. So basically just put your nude color or whatever color you want to be at like the base of your nail on the bottom, and then just put it upwards, and then you're going to use your second color that you want the base to blend into. You go ahead and put that on top like I did so here. Next up, you want to get a brush that kind of looks like this. That's kind of like, you know, it has like space in between some of the bristles. And then you want to go in a swiping up motion in like the line where the 2 colors meet, and just swipe it up so it blends those 2 colors together like so. And it's also important to know that if you're going to be like switching between different ombre colors, make sure that you clean your brush in between so there's no like, you know, like cross contamination between colors, and then it might get mixed up. Okay, so now my first layer is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for a second layer. I usually find it that I only need 2 coats, but you can do 3, but I just do 2. And you just want to repeat the same steps. You just put them in the same place where you put them before, and then you go in with your brush, and then you do that upward motion that you did before. After my second coat is all cured, I'm gonna go ahead and put some white polish down on this piece of cardstock that I have. And I'm gonna go in with a dotting tool. I just find it like easier to use a dotting tool sometimes when I'm doing like lines and stuff. And I do want to go for a kind of like tropical vibe, and I have been seeing like these little like lines kind of like in hibiscus flowers and stuff when I look at the inspiration. So I just make those little lines on there really carefully with the tiny end of my dotting tool. And I just do this on all 5 of my fingers, and on some of them I go in from the top, and then some of them I go on the bottom, so it makes like a really cute look. And I'm really satisfied with how this turns out, so I cured it, and then I started adding some dots. Now it's time for the flower part, and I'm sorry that you can't really see this part. I was really out of frame. But the gist of how to do the flower is you basically make these 3 little dots. I did 4 sets of these 3 little dots, and then you make 1 big dot in the middle, and then you connect 2 of the lines to the middle. I'm really out of frame and I don't really know how to explain it, but I did look up some tutorials on how to make a hibiscus flower, and I think I did pretty good. And then after that, I went ahead and I cured it. Alright guys, here's the finished product after some glossy top coat, and I think I did a really good job considering that I used my left hand. I've been seeing this design everywhere and I really wanted to try it, and it's perfect for summer. And if you like this video, don't forget to comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!